Welcome to a Clocking the Gallop special today, and it's a bit chilly on a Friday morning, but we're out at Randkiesfontein, and look who I've caught up with. I interviewed him on Saturday before their horse ran, their horse being Another Level. It's Christopher Santos that joins me on Clocking the Gallop, and Chris, nice to join up with you, and well done for Saturday.
Thanks, Nico. Happy to be on your show. I think we've got a great audience. You guys have done really well in the short space. And Another Level ran a great race on Saturday. Little passion project of mine that we started, and he looks like a horse that's going places, which is super exciting.
Well, the reason why I got Chris on is I was fascinated with what he was telling me on Saturday in that interview at Turffontein, and I wanted to extend the welcome to him here on Clocking the Gallop to just discuss it and throw it out to our audience out there, because I know a lot of you are interested in buying shares in racehorses, and as the Clocking the Gallop Syndicate, we've made some of those shares available to you either through Neil or myself when we purchase horses at sales, at, for example, yearling sales or ready to run sales, horses that have never run before. This now with Christopher opens up a different opportunity for you, and these are raced horses, correct? These are horses that have run before, pretty established. So let's take Another Level. Now, with Another Level, when I heard from Christopher that that horse was for sale, that they purchased a share in the horse as the Race Ready Syndicate, I said, we're definitely in. So, the point is that, what is the Race Ready Syndication all about?
So basically, Nico, I think for numerous years, people have tried to do syndication in racing, and I think they always tend to go with a yearling or 2-year-old and unraced horses. And from being in the game for a long time, there's no certainties in racing. And when you're buying yearlings and 2-year-olds, you can have the best people looking at horses. You can ask the likes of Jean Malherbe and all of them. We don't always get it right. We can go to the sales, we can buy what looks like a fantastic horse. There's always risks attached. So my idea was to use my network of owners and in the game, and my skills of form study as I've been a jockey agent as well, and identify horses that we could potentially take a share in, that would offer the general public and racing fans and punters the opportunity to get into a horse that might be a horse they know and have followed their career, might be a horse they like, or even people that aren't involved in racing. It gives them an opportunity to get involved in racing and an opportunity to own. We all know owning is a very expensive hobby, and some people want to own horses, but they are unable to because of the prices of these horses. So what I've done is, like I said, I've used my network and I've used it to get some shares in certain horses, Another Level being the first. Horses that I think will be progressive and provide a good return. I'm not saying you're going to make a profit in it, but a return on entertainment and who knows. The horses we're picking are horses that I'm thinking will win, and we're trying to mitigate, not costs, but we're trying to mitigate risks of these horses, because sometimes you can buy horses at yearling or 2-year-old and it never ever runs. And for people having their first experience in the game, you want them at the racecourse, you want them to enjoy it. So you want, essentially, my idea is you can buy a horse today and you can run in a race tomorrow.
Correct,
That's the idea.
And it's a very quick process that you can get involved in. So the reason why we were so interested in Another Level, because we've always targeted as a good horse. So us at Clocking the Gallop, we've always been big fans of not only Another Level, but Candice Dawson's stable too. So we tipped it to win on Saturday, and when I saw the whole maneuver, if I can call it that, not in a bad way, the fact that Christopher had registered a syndicate and a Chop appeared in the race card and they were part owners, this got me thinking that we need Christopher on the show. So basically, with Another Level, this is an opportunity for you out there if you're listening to this video. If you're interested in purchasing a share of Another Level, then please contact us, either Christopher or myself, and we will get you involved in the horse, because there are shares available in it. So Christopher, just quickly, what is your email address, or how can one contact you?
So it's chris@racereadysynd, synd.co.za. I'm sure we can put it in the comments or something like that as well. And you can contact me. My phone number is also, we can put it on.
Absolutely.
To give that out. And like I said, we want people involved in racing, people having fun. If you have a share in a horse, whether it be 1% or 50% or 100%, when the horse wins, you're going to enjoy it. It's a day out at the races whenever he runs, and our company is also based at that, getting people to the races and a day out. So when you buy into the share, you're not only buying into a racehorse and all your costs are upfront for till the end of the season, but you're also buying into a racing community. If you want to go racing, there'll be hospitality and
So
that's
this share that they're buying is up until when? So the share, the money that you pay for your percent, each
So
percent.
the money that you pay up front now carries all the costs for the horse, all race nomination fees, all transport, because we will look to target some horses with him in Durban later on for the winter season. All veterinary costs are covered. There is insurance on the horse. All costs are covered up until the 31st of July, which is the end of the season. And once we get to the 31st of July, if we are going to race the horse again, a renewal fee will need to be paid, which would be a lot less, as the capital costs won't be involved.
Yes. Okay.
In buying, it's not a lease agreement. In buying the 1%, you own the 1%.
Right.
So if the horse if we get an offer to sell the horse from now up until then, and the horse does get sold for whatever reason, you're entitled to whatever the capital cost ends up, whatever the sales price ends up.
Correct. And so this is a share of another level. I reiterate that because we are going to reserve shares in this. If you're interested, please contact either Christopher or send us an email at Clocking the Gallop on our email address, clockingthegallop@gmail.com. I know there's a lot of you interested, so please don't hesitate because it's not going to last too long. He's a very good horse. We know he's a good horse, and there's lots of fish to fry in terms of his racing career. Back to you, Chris, because this is the first of a few. So you're going to be marketing that. How do people look out for what you've got in store or what you've taken shares up in? I mean, how do people keep track of that?
We're getting the social media pages up and running. There is a Twitter handle, Facebook at this stage. We are busy building a website because we want to make it a painless process. In future, I'd say in about a month to 6 weeks, you can go online, purchase your share. On Friday night, if the horse is running on Saturday morning, it's in your name. Everything will get done online. And in an instant, as I said, we want people. Our motto is buy a horse today, race tomorrow. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make seamless entry into the horse racing game, and we just want people to be involved, having fun, good community of people. I think we are behind as a country in terms of syndication, and it's the way to go forward. I think we're seeing it throughout the world.
Absolutely, and we're bought into the process because we really like Chris's ideas, and we're going to run with it here. So that is about another level. That's the first thing we wanted to discuss. Now, we have just had breakfast at Runkie's, and you can see behind us here, by the way, it's pretty grey, but we're minding out the way because we are here where one day we'd like to meet you. If you do come on board, we'd like to have what we've just had. We've had a casual breakfast. We've enjoyed ourselves in the clubhouse here. But I wanted to elaborate just a bit further and maybe extend our discussion to something that we chatted about, which is the ownership for a day. Now, bring me into your thought process on the ownership for a day and how that would work.
So it's a product that I've been working on, and you've also got ideas, and we've spoken about it this morning. We're looking to put something together that would enable people to own a horse for one race day. We've got to figure out the cost model and how it's going to 100% run, but we've got an idea.
So this is where someone contacts you, says, right, you can own this horse, but just for today's run. And this is what you've got to pay if you're in. You've studied your form, it's going to win, you can take shares in it, but you're only the owner for a day.
Yeah, and if the money, like we said, if the money's in the account, the share is yours.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So,
but you're out the next day after it runs.
You own it for that day. So if he wins the race and you make a bit of money, all the best, and I'd hope to see you buying into him or another horse in the future. If the horse runs a shocker, it's how it goes. It's similar to taking a punt on the nose, I guess.
Yeah. I love the idea. I think it's fantastic, and there'll be horses. Unfortunately, you'll have to take the brunt of being the owner for long term.
Yeah.
But someone can snaffle the percent or two, depending on what's available, just for that day, and it makes it more exciting for the people out there.
Exactly. I mean, if we look at a race like the Summer Cup that's coming up, I'd hope in future we'd potentially be able to offer horses in Group 1s like that.
Yeah.
Imagine not being involved in a horse, buying a share in it the night before and it wins the Summer Cup,
Yeah.
or something to that extent. And that would obviously be the pipeline dream for what we're trying to do. But I think it adds an excitement, and it gives people a different way of getting involved in racing. And supporting racing. I think for the fans of horse racing, it would be a nice opportunity for them to be more involved.
Well, we're going to continue to have Chris on the show because once the social media pages are up and the website is up, we'll have a longer discussion on exactly how it all works. But suffice to say, this short little video is to say that this new concept is up, it's running, and Another Level is the horse that we are into, and we're looking forward to hearing from you. Chris, anything further to add? I mean, there's lots of exciting ideas. I know you're wearing your master's jacket that you're a master at this sort of thing. You've been in the game a long time, and I like ideas people, and that's the reason why Clock in the Gallop are endorsing you and your ideas.
Thank you. Yeah, Clock in the Gallop's been a great platform. It came at a time when everyone really needed a change, and we needed to change racing to keep up with the times, and you guys have done it in terms of this. I was just saying to you, you've come a long way since your days on Supersport with Julie Alexander in a 30-minute show, winning circle.
Yeah, winner's circle, yeah.
So racing needs to change, we need to adapt to the times, and with the ideas, just trying to play on that and get people involved. Also just want to add that currently, in the syndication holding that we have of Another Level, the biggest shareholder is actually one of your audience, the Clock in the Gallop man.
Okay.
And you guys interested him and piqued him into wanting to own horses.
Oh, wonderful. So at least we got the spark going.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the synergy with your audience and what I'm trying to do is there. And hopefully we can create something that's groundbreaking. And that can help racing and keep the game going.
I love it. I absolutely love it, and love catching up with Chris Santos as we have done today. So that's the final thing on this video. We want you to join. The birds are chirping, which is a good sign. We want to hear from you. If you're interested in Another Level, please contact us and use Christopher. We'll put all his details in the description on the video, or contact me personally on our email address, clockintthegallop@gmail.com. And we want to see you involved in Another Level and involved in this whole idea. We want to build a database. We believe that it's a winning model. So do come on board, and thanks very much, Chris, for taking the time to chat to us.
100%. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate the opportunity to chat to your audience and you guys. And like I said, hopefully we can build this together and make it, like I said, something groundbreaking.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.